Happening today, a rally by Metropolitan Opera musicians as talks continue between their union and management. A threatened lockout of a dozen Met unions has been averted for now. CBS 2's Janelle Burrell is live on the west side with more on that. Janelle?
As you said, Diane, crisis averted for now. Negotiations being extended by another 3 days. But if during that time the Met and the performers' unions do not strike a deal, come September, the opera here could be silent. The drama returning to the bargaining table today. The head of the Metropolitan Opera agreeing to another 72 hours of negotiations with the unions representing its 2,500 singers, musicians, carpenters, and other workers. Their contracts expired at midnight, and if a deal isn't reached in these next 3 days, he's promising a lockout.
The difficult part for me is that it's not that I want to cut their wages, I have to, for the Met to survive.
The opera's general manager, Peter Gelb, wants workers to take a pay cut estimated to be 17%. He says it's needed to cover the $2.8 million deficit in the Met's $300 million budget.
It's the most complicated of art forms, and therefore it's also the most expensive.
We're not saying you can't do the big, grand, lavish productions, but, how about maybe instead of doing 6, why don't you do 5?
The Met's operating costs have swelled by an estimated $100 million in the last 8 years as they've expanded their reach globally. 2/3 of that are labor costs. Gelb insists it's not the workers' salaries he has a problem with, but benefits like 16 weeks of paid vacation for the orchestra, time off musicians say is necessary.
And there's injuries and repetitive stress things, so it's like athletes where you have an off season and we need that time to recuperate.
Now, the Met has reached a deal overnight with some of the smaller unions, including the cleaning staff and the security that work here at the Met. Some of the musicians later today will be holding a rally in support of the performers. For now, we are live outside of Lincoln Center. Janelle Burrell, CBS 2 News.